Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the MSP series, part 1. We're going to discuss the managed service model, the value proposition, why break-fix IT firms need to seriously consider migrating to the MSP model. There's so much value to offer on an MSP model, and we're going to go over a lot of the information to build a case on why you break-fix IT firms need to seriously consider it. So let's just move on to the next slide of what the MSP Corner is all about. So we've developed this platform to provide MSPs or IT firms with a platform so you guys learn how to sell value. Really, these are going to be a lot of master classes. For all of you who want to do it yourself, there's going to be framework on how to sell value, how to position your IT firm to be the influencer, how to subtly convince C-level executives during your meeting that you are the ideal fit for their organization. We have a compelling case on how to sell value. So we want to provide that framework for you because many of you don't know how to sell. Many of you are selling technology. No, we do not sell technology. We sell value, and that's how you want to position yourself. Marketing, yeah. Marketing is a challenge for every firm. I see billion-dollar firms that have challenges with marketing. So don't feel like, oh, I don't know anything about marketing. That's okay. We're here to help you. We're here to give you plenty of information so you're armed with data so you're not taken advantage of by marketing firms. And a lot of this marketing strategies can be implemented by you. But what should you do? Which direction should you take? Is marketing even a fit for you? Does it make sense for the market that you're in, right? So we're going to provide all of those answers for you on the platform. Scaling. Okay, a lot of you are walking away from opportunities because you don't feel you can provide a model that's going to meet your prospects' requirements. We're going to solve that problem for you. We're going to have resources available to you so you don't have to do all the research. We've vetted these organizations that will allow you to scale. And the best part, it doesn't cost you anything. There's zero costs. Yes, you do have to pay for the service, but you pay as you go. You pay for what you use. It's a beautiful model, okay? Templates. Some of you have awful contracts that don't protect you. And we have an amazing MSA that has been vetted by several attorneys, and it just protects you and it protects the client. All right. This has to be a beneficial document to protect both parties. So please join our MSP Corner so you can review those documents and determine, okay, these are a great fit. But it just doesn't stop with contracts. You need collateral. You need statements of work for projects, one-offs, right? You need to have the right documentation so you're protected when you're migrating end users and the client doesn't throw a curveball your way when he says, oh, I thought this was included in the migration. No, you got to clearly define the parameters, and a statement of work will help you do that. Proposals. Do you have a professional proposal that provides a comprehensive overview on your MSP or your IT firm, right? You need these documents. Resources is going to be coupled with scaling. It's a topic that will be on our platform where, like I mentioned, you're going to have RMM tools. You're going to have lots of resources to review, such as security tech stack. Lots of tools for you to consider with reviews, with likes, whatever the reviews left by our members. But lots of information that will be provided for you. So get ready to jump on that journey. Okay, let's dive into this and let's go into why the break fix model has no value, right? So as you know, you guys who are still delivering the break fix model, you guys are reacting to alerts. You're like a fireman. You're waiting for the building to start fire, and you have to go back and rebuild it. Well, that's the faulty part of the break fix model. You guys are reacting to alerts, you're behaving like firemen, and we want to get you out of that mindset because that's not the way to deliver value, right? You're trading hours for money, and we want to change that mindset. So break fix clients are typically not as happy as MSP clients, right? They get frustrated. They don't want to be on tech support calls. They hate having network issues and computer issues and software issues. How do we minimize that? Well, we'll discuss that as we go along, but this is something that many of you need to take notice. You might be too busy or too inundated with support calls that you're ignoring your unhappy clients because you're still on a break fix model. This breeds frustration, and you got to stop the you're going to reach a breaking point, or your clients will reach a breaking point where they're just tired of problems that could have been avoided occurring. So keep that in mind. And like I mentioned, stop trading hours for money. You guys need to come up with well, as you know, the MSP model is a fixed cost model. Does that sound dangerous? No, it's not dangerous. We've been doing this for 2 decades. We're growing. It's a very attractive model, the fixed cost model. So stop. You got to get out of that mindset of trading hours for money. At first, it's not scalable, right? And as we describe it in our image here, is how are you going to scale? You only have so many hours in a day. If you land another client, you're going to have to hire another individual to help you. So that's what makes the MSP model so attractive for IT firms, because you can scale. The value proposition. So when you implement an MSP model, you're going to have proven policies and procedures. And this comes from experience. This is not to be taken lightly. Hopefully, you've worked at MSPs in the past and you know what procedures and policies need to be implemented to build a low maintenance infrastructure, because that's what's going to happen when you implement a procedure and policy. You got to stick to that plan. You got to learn to standardize, and you need to train your clients that they need to follow a proven uh, um, uh, business plan when it comes to policies and procedures, because they don't want to have problems. They don't want to have issues and downtime and problems. So yeah, that's something that needs to be consistently pushed. So what comes with the MSP model is preventative maintenance. Why do you want to have a preventative maintenance plan in place? Because it's you're going to have a higher you're going to have happier clients when you don't have problems, right? So, but how are you going to do this? And that's where our CEO from our MSP is going to discuss these topics on part 2, because preventative maintenance is going to cut down on your ticket count. And we have plenty of CEOs we work with that can make a case on why you need to implement a preventative maintenance plan. So as you know, managed IT services is proactive. We're not reactive. We are implementing strategies to predict issues before they impact the client's network. You don't want to have you don't you want to be able to predict potential disruptions. If you know how to configure RMM tools and the tech stack, so you minimize problems, you have to consider the managed IT service model and the proactive mindset, the philosophy behind all of it. You may not have the experience, and that's okay. There's partners out there that will help you. You just need to find them. Now, what is the right tech stack? Again, This is your own journey. You are going to have to determine which tools are the best fit for your organization, because you're going to need specific a specific set of tools to operate a managed service provider, or to have the managed to deliver the managed service model. Now, our CEO is going to dive into that. Like, which RMM tool are we using? Which ticketing? It's all tied in with our PSA, everything, right? We got backup, policies for backup, procedures for backup, security, your tech stack. In order to deliver that proactive model, you need a tech stack. And that's so critical to your success, because it's not easy. This is not easy, guys. And for anybody to say it is easy, they are lying to you. You need an experienced staff to deliver the MSP model. And you got to have the right tech stack. So you can't be cheap about tools, okay? And I'm not going to promote a specific tech stack, because this is your decision. You guys need to determine which tech stack is the best fit for your organization, but don't go on the cheap, and don't go after a tool that sounds too good to be true, because it is. It's too good to be true. But backup and security is going to be critical to your organization. I know I didn't put documentation in there, but yeah, I believe RMM tools come bundled in with documentation. Can you confirm that, Gregory? You manage our tech stack. What does come bundled in with, like, IT glue? Is there IT glue bundled in with any of these tools?
No, it's a standalone product.
It's just okay. So my bad. And it's a good thing I'm not a tech an administrator. I'm a sales guy. I'm not as smart as you techie guys. Okay, so let's go on with. Oh gosh, are we going to charge enough for coming in at a fixed cost? Okay, guys, this is the point we're going to make, and it's take notes here, because we're developing we built a package here of what it costs to support a 20-person office. We added several products in here, and I haven't detailed them out for you. But if you look back to some of our webinars, we're selling, I believe the webinar on charging $200 to $300 per user has all of those details and all of the products we bundle in for many of our clients. You just have to bundle in products. So let's just say the monthly cost for a 20-person office comes to $6,000. Some of you are going to say, "Oh my God, is extremely expensive," and it is. You're right. It's not cheap. It does come out to $315 a user a month, but let's go on the cheap, right? But let's first talk about what's not included when you provide a fixed cost model. Projects are not included with the fixed cost model. A lot of you are under the impression that, oh, you're going to provide a fixed cost for IT support, and that is so risky, and it doesn't. My contract doesn't stipulate this and that. It's like, look, our contracts clearly define the parameters, and if you need a contract, reach out to me. We have a packet that includes a clearly defined agreement. But projects, not in the cards, guys. That's not part of the fixed cost model. Cloud migrations, and we can come up with a list, right, of cloud projects, office moves, major upgrades, network redesign. It is not part of fixed costs. Get out of that mindset. On-site support, we charge extra, right? We have a minimum of hours per visit, so we're not losing money. So let's go on the cheap. Let's go with a average cost per user per month, and say, let's go with a 100-person office. $60 per user for business hour support is not bad. Can you go 50? Absolutely. Can you go 40 and still make money? Absolutely. If if you build a low maintenance environment. How easy is it to build a low maintenance environment? No, it's not easy. Can you do it? Of course. Policies, procedures, tech stack. Okay. That's that's the whole recipe and formula to developing a low maintenance infrastructure. And Gregory, if I'm spinning some bad yarn here, chime in. But we've been doing this for 2 decades, and if I'm off on something, please just chime in. Now, for us, and this is on the high side, guys, for us, 20 tickets as 20% of employees will call in for support. Our guys are experienced, so they're solving problems quickly. So we're going to go with half the time. And 12 hours of senior level support. Let's just go with the worst case scenario and say, hey, 12 hours, $600 is my overhead for delivering that proactive model. You still have an RMM cost. The total cost, right, is going to come is $1,600 for supporting a 100-person office. So you have a huge cushion there. Look at that delta, 1,600 to 6,000. Let's say you decided to go at $40 a user, right? 1,600 to 4,000, you're still making what, $2,400 a month on that one office. And that's a personal decision you need to make, right? You need to determine, am I going to win this opportunity at 60, or am I going to have a better chance at 40? So you need to make those decisions. This is a personal journey. I'm not going to say what you should charge, but this is what we charge. All right, the proactive fixed cost model. You got to deploy an RMM, ticketing, and the tech stack to keep you at a low maintenance, to deliver a low maintenance account. Remember, a low maintenance account equals happy clients. A client that wants to call in for support is an anomaly. There's something wrong. And then when you get lots of calls because even though you've deployed the preventative maintenance plan, something is wrong. So you gotta keep careful track of your reporting and ticket count per account. So implementing policies and procedures is going to help deliver that proactive model. You need to determine the fixed cost. And again, like I mentioned, you could charge $40 a user, or you can charge $60 a user. And that, I forgot to mention, is that's a bare bones computer support package. Doesn't include administration of Office 365. It doesn't include backup administration, security products. That was just pure computer support. So let's clearly define what that fixed cost includes. Okay. So don't feel like you're selling the farm for nothing. So you want to implement workflow for all accounts. And I know I'm preaching to the choir. If you guys are really good, you know what you're doing. So, and when you have an experienced team in place, you're going to have less problems. Can a partner help you? Absolutely. There's partners out there that will help you deliver this type of model. You just have to find them. And again, at the MSP corner, you're going to have those resources available to you. So don't feel like we're handing you tools and telling you, go build a house with no architecture drawings. You're going to do it in the dark and you have little guidance. No. At the MSP corner, we're going to provide you with the tools, the knowledge, the framework, the ability to do it yourself. But the elite package is going to have like a guidance counselor. It's like, I don't know if any of you have ever taken a master class online where you want to cook like Chef Ramsay. Well, imagine Chef Ramsay being in the kitchen with you, cooking, measuring, telling you, slapping your hand when you're applying too much salt. We're going to be that coach for you, that guidance counselor. Like, so don't feel like you're going to be left alone. I want you guys to succeed. I want you guys to build scalable models. I want you to generate leads every month, not just provide you guys with these tools. It just doesn't do anybody any good. So I hope this was helpful. You can always email us, ask questions, book a call with me. I'm always making time for MSPs and IT people who are looking to build a side hustle for a side hustle MSP. They're looking for information on scaling, selling value, right? Selling value and positioning your organization as the influencer for the legal industry or the medical industry and having plenty of references to do that. That's the way to go. That's the only way you're going to generate new business, because if you got to know how to sell value into a specific industry. We only work with one industry at our MSP, and it has paid off. All right, guys, that's it for now. We'll be back next week with part 2 of the MSP series, but our CEO will dive deeper into the policies and procedures, why we have such low ticket count, why our clients are happy, why our employees are happy. So you got to build a happy culture, a healthy culture, and a balanced culture if you want to have a thriving MSP. All right, guys, thanks for joining us. My name is Fernando Leon. I'm the CEO at the MSP Corner. And again, if you need anything, just send me an email.